Shoulders are going to roll up. Pull them back. Rock them down. Let's do that just a couple times. Inhale, feel any tension, mount up, and then on the exhale, relax it down. One more time. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. We're going to come out into our plie position. So toes are turned out. Pull your abs in. Lengthen your tailbone. Sit down and notice that your knees go out over your toes. And that's your goal, not to let those knees cave in, but keep them nice and open. Big deep breath in. As we come up, we're coming up on our tippy toes. Arms are coming down. We're going to practice that balance. Pull your ribs in. Heels down. Knees down. Everything up and everything down. And that's just a little plie warm up. I want you to think about your tailbone. It's not sitting back, not a big booty squat. It is a plie, right? If you want to stay up on your toes the whole time, that'll be a little more challenging for your balance. But you are welcome to come down on your heels and up on your toes. A couple more here. 4 more. Again, slide down that imaginary wall with your tailbone. Last 2. And last 1, stand it up. We're going to go into a tap. Add your arms. Bigger arms. And then we're going to swing. Nice job. Add a knee lift. Swing those arms. Bring those arms overhead. Point those toes. As you lift those knees, bring them down. Arms. Good. Now those arms are going to go up and over, tap a knee, and then start to get a little crisscross action here. A little twist at the waist, twist at the hip. In a moment, we're going to stay on that right leg and double time it. 4, 3, 2, right leg only. There you go. 4, 3, 2, step out in that plie. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Sit down into your plie, up on your toes, up and down. Again, sliding down that imaginary wall. Try not to stick the booty out too much. Abs are drawn in. The last 2. The last 1, tap. Shoulders, both arms, tap, and swing those arms. Press them forward, toe forward, knee up, arms up. Arms stay up, pull them down. Point those toes, lift that knee up to you. Try not to crunch down into it. Good. Arms swing. And we start to do that angle. Little twist at the waist. In a moment, we'll stay on that left leg and double time it. 4, 3, left leg only, double time it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step it out again. Back to that plie. Tailbone long, abs in. Sit down into it. Lift those heels and up. Four more. The last 3. The last 2. The last 1. Bring it down. Pull those abs in. Put that booty back. Rock your right shoulder and look over your left. Good. Inhale back to center. Opposite shoulder in. Press that opposite leg open. Back through center, other direction. Back through center one more time. Back through center, abs drawn in, shoulders out of your ears, arms in front of you. Big deep breath in. Roll up on those toes. And come down. Let's grab your ball, please. You can have your chair handy and you'll decide whether you want to use it or not for balance. I'm gonna have mine. You may or may not need it. Okay, so we're gonna take that ball to start with, and we're gonna put it slightly in front of the right thigh and behind the left. And my ball is a little slippery, so extra challenge here. Left toes are pointed, abs are drawn in, spine is long, and then arm out to the side if that's okay with you. You're gonna bend that right knee, tap those left toes on the ground, and come up. So we're bending and straightening. Arm can be out to the side, you can bring it up and bring it out, totally up to you. As you do this, you're sitting into that right leg. Quadricep and glute should be feeling this. Good, beautiful. Keep that going. Last two. Last one, toes in front, hold here. Sit 1 inch deeper in that right leg. Tap that left toe, sit and tap, sit and tap, sit and tap, sit and tap. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that ball so it's just in between both thighs. You're gonna sit down, you're gonna reach out with those left toes. When you come up, you're gonna squeeze those legs together. You're gonna stretch out and you're gonna squeeze. You're gonna stretch out and you're gonna squeeze. You're gonna stretch out and squeeze and reach and down. Stretch and squeeze. Good. Notice if your right hip wants to sit over to the right, can you bring it right behind you? 4 more. 3. Last 2. Last 1. This time we're going to stand up. Left foot off the ground. Squeeze in, squeeze in, squeeze in, squeeze in, squeeze in. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. 8. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Now that left leg goes behind you a little bit. That ball is slightly behind the right leg and a little in front of the left. Abs drawn in. I'm going to step backwards and squeeze up, and step back and squeeze up. You just don't want to lose the ball. When you come up, you give it a nice squeeze. Good. Arm can be in front. As always, it can be out to the side. You can move it as you go. You guys look beautiful. Nice ballerinas and ballerino. Last 2. Last 1. Sit down into it. Back leg is straight. I want you to pull that back leg in. Push, push. So I'm using the front of that left leg and the back of the right leg to squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 3, 2, and 1. Sitting up nice and tall. We're actually going to rotate now so that left leg is reaching behind you as you sit in a curtsy and stand up. Sit in your curtsy and stand, and sit and stand. Any of these can be done without the ball. That ball is just adding that little extra element that I hope you feel. 4 more. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Stay down in that curtsy. Squeeze that ball. Hold here. Just static hold. 8, 7, 32, 51, 7, 14, and 1. Bring it up. Or down in that case. Okay. We have the other leg to do. So if you have that chair for balance, switch it around. Ball is slightly in front of the left thigh and slightly behind the right. And then we're going to bend that standing leg and point the toes of the other leg and stand it up. So sitting down into it, abs in, arms simply out to the side. You can bring them out and down if you want. Using that left leg, bending and straightening. Now, I didn't say it on the other side, but you could certainly roll up onto your toes if you wanted to. But then that leg will be uneven. So releve if you want, but you don't have to. We will be doing more calf work in a moment. 2 more. Last one. Can you sit a little deeper in that left leg? A little deeper. Right toe's going to tap and sit and tap and sit and tap and sit and tap and sit. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand it up. Ball goes directly in between both thighs. Abs are in. We reach to the right, but then we squeeze up and in. Reach to the right, but squeeze up and in with that ball. Arm can stay there. Down and up if you want. Reach and up. Last 3, 2. Last one. Now we stand up. Right foot is off the ground. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Abs in. Stand tall. Squeeze. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we rotate so that ball comes slightly behind the left leg, slightly in front of the right. Abs drawn in. And we step back and then squeeze up and step back and squeeze up. No weight on that right leg. All the weight is on this left leg. So that quad and that glute hopefully are getting to work here. Again, arms front, side. You can move with it if you want. Totally up to you. You know me. Easy peasy. Do what you want. I saw that, Carol. I don't know where the shimmy fits in. But Lita would be very proud of you. 4 more. Last 3. Last 2. And last 1. Sit into it. Back leg is going to push, push. And pushing forward with that right leg into the left hamstring and press. And press. And 4. And 22. 17. 4. Again. 3, 2, and 1. And then we cross into our curtsy. We're going to sit down and reach and come up. We reach with that back leg, all the weight on that front leg, your left leg. Abs drawn in. Nice job. Really reach with that back leg. 4 more. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Sit into it. Squeeze it. Just static hold. Hold, hold, hold. 32. 14. Omaha. 17. 8. And 1. Bring that up. Shake those legs out a little bit. Bring that ball right above your ankles. Feet are parallel. Chair, again, is optional. Make sure that your feet aren't wider than your hips and your knees, that you are squeezing on that ball and the ball is not resting on the ground. Abs drawn in. You're going to roll up onto those tippy toes. Arm can come up. If you want to practice your balance, both arms are up. You can maybe start without and then add on if you want. Heels go halfway down and then all the way up. Halfway down and all the way up. And lift, and lift, and reach, and reach, and reach. Good. Again, if you want to practice that balance, try not to roll back onto your heels, but stay lifted and then pull those ribs in to work that balance and to work those abs, keeping that core awareness. 4, 3, 2, come down on your heels. Take your right foot slightly ahead so the ball is on the front of your left ankle. Right toes come off the ground. Left leg is up, and or straight, and we lift up on that heel. So single leg heel raise. Be nice to that chair. Try not to lean on it too much. You don't want to be askew. And hopefully that left calf is feeling something by now. 3, 2, and 1. Shift it around. You don't need to move your chair for most of you. And then we go onto that right leg heel raises. Three, 2, and 1. and gently bring that down. We'll stretch those calves out shortly, but for now, let's go ahead and bring that chair around. We're going to put that ball behind our right knee. We're going to try and grab it. As I said, my ball's kind of slippery, so this will be interesting. Flex through that right heel. And then I want you to bend your left knee. So you're going to get shorter. You're not going to stay in a straight leg. You're going to sit down into it. You're going to flex through that right heel, and you're going to push that right leg behind you. So I don't want it in front of you. And then from there, with that heel flex, you're going to squeeze the ball. Squeeze the ball. Hamstring curl. So I'll tell you, having a slippery ball, that doesn't sound right, sorry, is a little extra bonus. If you have a pillow, this will work better. Giving that a squeeze. I'm not giving up, I'm just coming back to it in a minute. Heel is flexed, hamstring curl. Heel gets closer to your booty. 4, 3, 2, and now I'm going to try and go back to that ball. Keep that squeeze, hold that ball, flex to that heel, but it's not happening today. Hinge forward, pull your abs in, flex that heel to the sky. All right, Ladybug doesn't want to play today. Flex that heel to the sky, push to the ceiling, push to the ceiling. Is your standing leg, is your left leg still bent? Press up, and push, and push, and push, and push. 3, 2, 1. From there, we're bringing those two things together. Squeeze it and press up. Squeeze it and press up. Squeeze and press. Squeeze and press. Squeeze and press. 4 more. Squeeze, press, squeeze, press. Squeeze, press, squeeze, press. Last one. Squeeze, press. Stand up. Move that for a moment. We're not done. Step forward with that right leg, toes turned out, and then just sit your hip back. Straight leg, flat back. If you tuck your hips under, you'll be avoiding the stretch. So press a little extension in those hips, and then if you want, lean back and roll those toes up off the ground. All right, back to the ball or the pillow. And now legs are side by side, knees are side by side. We're just lifting to the side. And again, that standing leg, that left leg is bent. Last 2. Hold it up, heel, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Hamstring curl on this angle. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees touch together. Last thing we're doing here on this leg, abs in, squeeze the ball, squeeze, squeeze. All right, with those knees together, you should feel you have 3 hamstrings, the medial one, the one that's closest to the left leg. You should feel this more. Notice if your booty's sticking out. I'm afraid mine might have been. Three, 2, 1, just hold it, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Ooh, and relax. All right, that leg should feel like it might want a little love. So we're gonna place that foot in a chair, if you have your chair there. You're gonna try and put your toes against the back of the chair and press your heel forward. So try to not be pointed, but a little flexed. Then that other leg, try not to round, but go into extension in your booty. And then pull yourself deeper in it. You should feel that long stretch on that hamstring. If you need to bend the knee to get that heel, that's fine. Good. Stand it up. Same leg, right leg goes across. And we stick that booty up in the air. And that should be a piriformis outer hip stretch. And then we're going to round it under, and that should be your low back stretch. And again, we're going to extend. And we're going to round it up. I'm going to move that chair to the other side. Grab your ball again or your pillow, whichever one is working out. Okay. Bring that behind your left leg for me, please. And then remember that standing leg, that right knee is going to bend. So you're going to get a couple inches shorter. You're going to flex through that left heel. And you're going to push that left leg back. So you don't want it in front of you. You want it slightly behind. Then we hamstring curl. Squeeze, squeeze. Four, three, two, and one. Hold that squeeze. You're going to hinge forward with your standing leg bent. You can just rest on your chair, climb up and down the body. Try and lift your left leg even with the floor, thigh even with the floor, and then from there press up. Press up. Heel stays flexed. Nice job, y'all. You can always walk that chair very far away and go a little deeper into it. Maybe straighten out your arms. Totally up to you, whatever is more comfortable. But do think about getting that leg up in the air. Last two like this. Last one. Now we squeeze and press up. We squeeze in and press up. Slow it down just a little bit so you can get both the squeeze and then the press. There you go. Squeeze it and press. Squeeze and press. Last two. Squeeze and press. Squeeze and press. Ooh, bring that up. Quick little hamstring stretch. Left toes go out on an angle. Sit your booty back. Bend your right leg and roll those left toes up if that was still good. Good. Gently bring that down. Ball or pillow back. All right, and now knees are side by side to start with. Try and stand tall. Tailbone is under and flare to the side. So nice little fire hydrant move here. Try not, again, you're not having that knee in front of you. You're trying to keep your legs either side by side or even have that left leg behind you, slightly right leg still bent. Good. Hold this here at the top. Get that leg. Chaos today, sorry. Squeeze it, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Somebody forgot to mute their phone. Alicia, it's usually not this chaotic, or sometimes it is. 4, 3, 2, knees together, abs drawn in, stand up nice and tall, cut that booty under, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Make sure your knees are touching, so we're going to get that third hamstring, that more medial one that's right next to the other one. Abs in, tailbone long. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo, relax that down. Maybe turn your chair to face you. And just stick that foot, left leg up in there in that chair. And then again, you can bend that knee if you need to, so you can press the heel forward just a little bit, maybe a half of an inch of movement. You'll take that deeper into your hamstring. As you pull your toes back towards your face, you're going to get some tap also. Keep that knee bent as needed, or you can straighten it out. Just try not to round that upper back. So if you lean it out in your spine. Good. And then that leg comes across. We sit into it, extend that tailbone long as you press that knee open, and then round it under. And then stick it out again. And round it under and come on up. Okay. Let's grab those weights, please. And your ball again. Yeah, I'm going to try it again. All right, ball is up between your thighs this time. Okay, you're going to have the option here with the chair. If you're going to use it, have it here. Okay, feet are as close together as you can get them. I'm going to turn sideways to start with, just so you see where we're headed. We're going to come up on our toes. We're going to bend our knees and let them travel forward. So this is that imaginary wall. This is not, again, a little booty squat. This is straight down. feet as close together as you can get. Good. Now test it out and make sure you can do this okay without your chair, because this is where we add on. Very small little movement. Arms are out to the side, palms are facing down. As you come up with those weights. Now, easier for better balance would be to keep your heels down, right? But you still want that tailbone traveling down while not sitting out behind you. But if you can do up on your toes, woo-hoo, hand down, then that would give you a little bit of both. So this little shoulder work here. As you come up, imagine that you are pouring something out of those weights. I don't know what that is. This morning's coffee? Last night's beverages? I don't know. Would you be pouring anything out? Hopefully those shoulders are starting to feel this by now. 3, 2, 1. Leave your arms up, sit down. Walk your feet closer together. Squeeze the ball, squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it. And you squeeze the ball, give me a little lift, little lift. Elbows a little higher, a little higher. Pour out that dumbbell beverage. Squeezing and lifting, squeezing and lifting. You can be up on your toes if you want. Better balance challenge. 4 more. 3. Nice job, y'all. And 2, and relax. Beautiful. All right. We are coming down. No, we're not quite yet, sorry. We'll do that in a minute. Just rest that ball for now. Let's just do a little bit of pure our upper body work, and then we'll head down. So you're gonna turn towards your chair. Let's put that right leg in front. Nope, let's do it, yeah. Right leg in front. Shoulders up, back and down. You wanna protect the shoulders, so don't let it roll forward. Push it back. Broad across your chest, elbow nice and high, both weights are in the right hand. Pinky to the sky, tricep work here. Check that shoulder, straight arm lift, really small, not bouncy. Beautiful, good control, you guys. 4, 3, 2, arm is up, give it a slight bend, press it straight. 4, 3, 2, relax it. Turn your palm towards the back. Now that shoulder's going to want to roll in, so really open it, lift that arm straight up, straight behind you. You don't want to go so high that your shoulder pitches forward, so you really have to keep that chest open. You're on that right leg, just back, left toes are just lifted, or left heel is lifted, you're up on those toes, straight arm. Good. Last one of these, hold it up, bend the elbow the tiniest bit, press, straight, straight. Really squeeze that tricep as you go. 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. Turn your palm to the front, knuckles to the back. Lift that arm behind you, shoulder back, straight arm lift, straight arm lift. So leave that arm up there, bend the elbow the tiniest bit, knuckles go, press, press, back, back, press. 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Put one weight down. Leave the other weight in your right hand. Bring that weight down your right shoulder. Let that weight give you a long stretch on your tricep. And then move that weight to the middle of the back. A little bit different angle on that tricep. And then finally, over to your left shoulder, and that will be a different angle. And then use your left hand to lift that up. Both weights go in your left arm now. I'm just going to stay on this side, but I'm going to switch left leg forward, right leg back. Roll your shoulders up, back and down. Pinky to the sky, left arm straight, and lift. And lift. Good. Notice that shoulder, you want to keep it back and out of your ears. Keep it going. I'm gonna switch so you can see my left arm. Good. Keep going. 3. You're up on your right toes. 2. Make sure it's not coming in front of you. Leave it behind you. Up in the air, up in the air, up in the air behind you. There you go. Inhale to the tiniest bit. Pinky. Straighten. Straighten. Pinky to the sky. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, bring that down. Let's go. Palm to the back of the room, knuckles in front. Lift that arm. Make sure that shoulder didn't roll forward. So open that up. Straight arm lift. Straight arm lift. Good. Leave that arm up. Pin that elbow. Press. Press. Straight. Straight. As you straighten, make sure that left shoulder is staying open. You're not letting it roll forward. You want to practice beautiful posture. Your chest is open. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it forward. Now, palm to the front, knuckles to the back, shoulders back. And then again, straight arm lift. And again, we're not swinging it forward. We're bringing it to our hip and back. Hip and back. Good correction. Perfect. Nice. Bend that elbow. Press, 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 press. Remember, knuckle is to the back here. Bend and straighten, bend and straighten, bend and straighten. Arm is behind you. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. One weight in that left hand. Bring that down the left side of your body, down your left shoulder. Feel that passive stretch through that left tricep, and then bring it to the center of your back, and then over to the right. Beautiful. All right. We're going to grab both weights, one weight in each hand. Let's go one more time back to that ball between your thighs. Just for that inner thigh awareness, bring your feet as close together as you possibly can so that you feel those inner thighs working. Sit down a little bit, abs drawn in, but this time your booty gets to stick back, but ribs draw in to protect that low back. Palms to the sky. Serve me a platter of, really, I don't know, nothing right now. Not even sweet tea or Tulsi tea. Good. It's going to be a very strange Memorial Day, huh? This reminded me of serving something at Memorial Day. 4 more. Last 3. All right, listen up. Last 2. Last 1. Arms go in front of you. Make sure you didn't lean back. Booty is back. Arms 6 straight. 6 straight. Roll your shoulders out of your ears. Bend the elbow only 1/4 inch. Straighten it. Straighten it. Straighten it. Don't let me see a saggy elbow. Straight. 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 Even if you see one on me. Reach. 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 Straight. Lean forward a little bit. Pull your abs in there to protect that back. 7, 6, 5. I hope you feel these. 3, 4, 29, 2, and 1. Relax. All right, weights down, please. Chair out of your way. Fall down on the ground. Big deep breath in. Imagine you're doing a backstroke, double arm backstroke. Reach, open your chest, bring your arms to your shoulders. Squeeze back, feel that stretch across your chest. Open that. Bring it down. We can do one more like that. Big double arm backstroke, lift, reach. Wow, ribs can pop up. Nice extension. Shake that out. We are coming down to the ground. You're going to have all your little poise in knees. All right, so all we're going to start with, really simple, is to take that ball between your ankles or pillow, and then pull your abs in. Now, I'm going to encourage you to take one of your weights and put it on your lower abdominals just for feedback, right? So for most of it's between our hip bones below our belly button. For men, it would be a little bit higher up. If this doesn't work out for you, you can also put it on your ribs. Or if you want to, one on your abs and one on your ribs. Use the one on your ribs to push those ribs down so you know that those ribs are not popping up. So you're in a pelvic tilt with that low back on the ground, or you're in neutral with a little taper's width underneath your low back. Abs are drawing in, fingers to the sky, shoulders down to your ears, super in. Exhale, staple the belly button in, and then on the inhale, let those legs move away from you as if you're going to touch the ground with your toes, palms at the bottom. Give me 3 quick squeezes, 1, 2, 3, and come back up on the exhale, not swinging the legs, nice and slow with control. Knees move away from your body, low back stays as close to the ground as it was. Squeeze, 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 and exhale, come up. So while you're doing this, those weights should not be going jiggle, wiggle, wiggle, right? They should be staying right where they are. Good. You guys keep going. This is your toe touch exercise. And then those thighs are moving away from your body.
Good job.
On this next one, I want you to move those legs as far away from you as it's working out for your low back. Hold them there, pull your abs in, fingers to the sky, and we're just going to squeeze it all. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Inner thighs, abs work, and hold here. Flex through the heels if you want. 4, 3, 2, Bring that in. Move your weights out of the way for now. Lift your hips up. Place that ball underneath your tailbone. So be careful not to put it way up under your low back. You do want it under your tailbone so that 2 things are going to happen. Bring your hands down, lift your legs back up. The 2 things are, 1, you should feel like you're wobbly. Now, if you have a pillow, it won't be as wobbly. But also, it puts you in that pelvic tilt. But if you have that under your low back, that's just going to hurt your back instead. Fingers to the sky. Hopefully, you feel that wobbliness. Pull your ribs in. If you need to put that weight back on your ribs to remind you, do so. Exhale, pull the belly button in. Inhale, let your knees move away from your body. You're not going to touch the toes this time because that would put you in extension. So you inhale as those legs move away, and you exhale to bring them back up again. So this wobbly ball is working out great for me now. Good. Knees move forward, and then come back up. Keep that going for me. Just a couple more here. Nice. Slow it down on the way back up, don't forget. I like the one leg at a time. If need be, that's perfect. Good job. All right, go ahead, put both feet on the ground, bridge it up, and bring that ball with you. And you're coming over onto one side for a side plank variation here. All right, we're going to do 2 side plank variations. This first one, if you need to come on the second one back to this one, that's fine. We want to protect that bottom shoulder. So we're going to push it back, lift up out of it, use your lats, engage them. So you're up on that elbow. If you have a really thin mat, you are welcome to double it up. Okay, grab your ball in your hand. Options on side plank. One option is to come up on the sides of your thighs with all 10 toes up in the air. If you choose for more challenge, then both legs need to go straight in a straddle, or a small straddle, or a step. So find which one is working for you, and then I want you to put the ball where it barely touches some part of your body, so it's kind of right at my hip. All right, as you can see, mine is a ladybug, right? I don't want to squish this ladybug, they're good luck. So I'm going to let her know I'm there, just give her a little pet with my hip, and there, a little pat, and then I'm going to get off of that poor ladybug. So I'm going to tap and lift, tap and lift. This is the smallest possible movement you can make, right? So keep going. Options, if this doesn't work for you, to be on your elbow, right? Bottom hand out, and give me just this tiny lift, tiny lift. Try and come off your elbow, unless it's a shoulder issue. Good. So meanwhile, back at the ranch, you're just letting that ladybug know, I'm here, babe, and I'm off. Here, off, here, off, here, off. and come down. You are welcome to stay with that. This next one is a balance challenge. I'm going to put the ball where my feet used to be, or if you're on the sides of your thighs, it can be there, right above your knee. Bottom foot goes on first, then it goes to the back. I leave a lot of space for my front foot, and then I come up in that side plank and straighten out my legs. Option, if you're there, is then to lift by rolling that ball in a little bit. It's almost like a baby pipe on that side. Go back to option one if chaos is occurring with option two. So this is just that, as I said, balance challenge, a little extra work there. Very nice. Let's come on down and head over to the other side, please. So again, ball is in front of you. Elbow underneath your shoulder, push back, lift up, a lot of space between your ears and shoulders. Engage those lats, come on up into the sides of your thighs with all 10 toes up in the air, or a wide straddle, a close straddle, or a stack. And then that ball, little baby ladybug is right here. Oh, she's upside down, sorry guys. Give her a little love and come off. A little love, off, love, off. Hey ladybug, make a wish on your ladybug. I wish I wasn't squishing you. Good. Couple more here. The smaller you make this movement, the more challenging it's going to be. So it's not a big lowering lift. Beautiful. All right, you may stick with that one if you prefer, or you can try the balance challenge with me again. And that, again, that bottom leg goes on first, leave a lot of space for your top leg, and then that top foot comes on, and then you're up in that side plank, and then you have the option to give it a baby pipe. So choose whichever one of those you want. And I think majority rules were done. Yeah. Come on over to your abs. We have just 3 quick little things here, and then I promise we'll stretch. Arms out in front of you on your ball or your pillow. If it's a ball, it'll move. If it's a pillow, you may have to adjust a little bit. Deep breath in, put all 10 toenails on the ground. So we're not tucking our toes, we're reaching, pointing, and then bring your heels together like Dorothy. Shoulders out of your ears, belly button pulled in. Exhale, glide your way up, pull that ball back. Inhale, hold at the top, and exhale, come down. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift your knees, but not your toenails. Press your toenails into the ground. Push your heels together, lift yourself up, hold at the top, exhale down. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift, inhale, hold, exhale down. Give me 4 more like that, little spinal extension. Nice. And then you're going to come up onto your elbows and put that ball underneath your belly button. Again, you can fold your mat if you have a thinner mat and you want to protect your elbows a little bit more. Okay, shoulders out of your ears, abs drawn in, belly button pulled in. Option 1, tuck your toes, but hover your knees. So knees are still bent. That's going to bring that plank into your lower abdominal region. Option 2, all 10 toes straight up in the air. Option 3, straight-legged plank, and then come off that ball. But see if you could move it forward and back by barely touching it, right? So it's right at your rib cage or your belly button, and you're just gliding it forward and back. Okay. Come on down, and you can stick with that option, or you can try that final balance with me. Options here, ankles on the ball is a little easier. Fronts of the toes is a little more challenging. Please do not tuck your toes into the ball. That would be possibly injury producing. Come up into your plank, pull your abs in, head in line with your spine. Option, little pike, and back into your plank, hold it. Little pike, option into your plank. So that pike is an option, and then when you come back down, you hold that plank. or you can be on option 1. Give me just a few more moments of whichever one you have chosen. And then you guessed it, we are heading into a quick little stretch because I don't know why I went so long today. Back over on your spine for me, please. Fall behind your right knee and hug it in, or pillow. Pull that in, and then bring your fingers to the ball so that you can pull that right leg in so close that your rib and your thigh are connected. Left leg is stretched out, and you flex through that left heel. Deep breath in. Pull that right leg even closer, attach the rib to the thigh, and then flex through the right heel and push it towards the ceiling, but keep your rib and thigh connection. And then you're just gonna do your best to straighten out your leg, and when you can't get it if you can't get all the way straight, move the ball up to the calf. And then bend your elbows, point your toes, and let that leg lift you about halfway up, and then flex through the heel and come back down. And point your toes to lift and flex through the heel to come back down. Bring that knee down, bring it just gently across your body to the left. Little quick twist here. And then as you come back to center, drape your right ankle over your left thigh. Passive figure 4. You can put your hand or even one of the weights on your right thigh. Take a moment here, press the left hip down with your left hand, and then straighten out your right leg. Well, even with the quick stretch, my right leg got longer. It didn't get longer, of course, it got flatter to the ground. Ball behind your left knee, please. Hug that knee in, get it nice and close, and then as you're ready, put your fingers on the edges for the round part of the ball, hug that in, try and get your rib and your thigh to attach. Pull your belly button in, pull that leg a little deeper, flex through your right heel. Flex through your left heel, and press that left heel to the sky to keep your rib and thigh connection. Good, then as you're ready, start to straighten out that left leg. If it won't go all the way straight, you just roll that ball up a bit. Point the toes, elbows wide to lift yourself part of the way up, and then exhale to flex and pull down. That should feel delicious. Point to lift, and exhale to flex down. Bend that knee, bring it across to the right, please. And then drape it across your right thigh. Passive figure 4, you can press your right hip and your left thigh away from each other, and then straighten out. Hopefully that left leg feels good now too. Arms up overhead, reach, and then on the exhale, roll over onto one side to mosey yourself over onto your hands and knees, please. Go ahead and unmute yourself so you can cat cow with me. And then come onto your hands and knees. Roll your shoulders out of your ears. We're going to exhale, curl the tailbone under, pull the belly button in. Let me hear your best kitty cat. Thank you. Inhale, open up into your cow. Nice. Exhale, cat. And in cow. Position, tuck your toes. Here. Down at a time. Nice wide stance. Hang all the way forward, nod your head yes, and shake it. No. Bend your elbows, hands onto your thighs. Lift your chest open. One more cat. One more cow. Beautiful. Baby crying. Give me a curtsy in one direction and a curtsy in the other. Thank you all for being here. We do have one more trivia question that has to do with the